Yo, what's going on, everybody? This is Coach D, man. Welcome to Real Talk Tuesday. And if you haven't done so, man, I would definitely say this. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, and man, go ahead and tag in another young king, man. Tag him in. And matter of fact, I want you to tag in the kings. I'm gonna do something a little bit different this today, and what I mean by that, typically I'm talking to the young kings. When I say young kings, I'm saying those young men that may be between the ages of 16 and 24. I still want you to tap in, but I want to make sure I include the kings, the ones that are older than that. And it's a reason for it. It's a reason for it. And so as we get into it, again, we're talking about mental health, man. I think the biggest thing that's misconstrued, especially when it comes to men, is that we don't need help. I don't need no therapy. Like, I'm good on that. Like, that's for crazy people, man. That's for people that's really going through. When we don't realize that we got to just have a safe place to be able to vent, right? And that's where I'm at today. So Real Talk Tuesday is the place where we're going to give you no fluff, man. We're going to shoot you straight. We're going to keep it real. And for me, I'm seeing way too many of my brothers, man, tapping out. Now, I want to share this with you because I was looking at this particular quote, and I don't know, it made me feel a certain kind of way when I read it. So let me share it with you real quick. So this quote says, I am wolf. Quietly, I will endure. Silently, I will suffer. Patiently, I will wait, for I am a warrior and I will survive. Man, I got to looking at that and I'm like, hold on, who in their right mind actually did that quote? You know what I'm saying? Because it's so misleading. I know what it's trying to do. It's trying to say, okay, I'm good all by myself. And that's a lie. Like, we're not good all by ourselves. I don't care how strong you think you are. There comes a point in time where you just ain't good and you need help. Living witness, right? But when I look at it, man, I'm like, dang, like who would say that other than a person that doesn't have a man's best interest at heart? Now, there are times where it's good. It's good to be alone. Like, you need to get away from everything else, everybody else. Get that me time. That's good. But when you going through things, I'm talking about like they heavy things. It's not the load that breaks you down, it's the way you carry it, right? As I said before. And some of us are trying to carry this 2-ton load all by ourselves. I'm saying, man, stop doing that, please. Please stop doing that. I know you want to look like you Superman, but even Superman had kryptonite, right? And so for me, I'm understanding that when we go through some of the heavy things, that those are the times we can't afford to be a lone wolf, so to speak. Because if we are a lone wolf, what's going to happen is we're going to end up starving, man. Because we're going to come up against some prey that we think we got. It's going to take us out because they united with their group. And anyhow, I want to drop that on you before we really like delve into this, man, because I found myself many a times, and I'm talking about recent past, where I would try to go about doing things on my own. And it got heavy. And not only did it get heavy, but it got to the point where, man, I'm feeling like borderline depressed. And I'm feeling like tapping out. And I'm burnt out. And so when we think about weakness, I want to say this for all my kings, and especially if you're a dad and you carrying the responsibility of leading your family. You're not weak, man. You're just disconnected. I'm gonna say that again. Like, it's not weakness that you're feeling right now. It's just the result of being disconnected. That's all. Like, you got to be plugged in, and that's why I say, for us, we've been lied to. We've been tricked into thinking that, you know what, I don't need mental health. Like, I don't need help with my mental health. I don't need to see a therapist. I don't need to see a counselor. I'm good on that. I'm a man. I can handle it. But what we don't realize is if we don't get that type of help or that type of maintenance, it's just like a car, man. We don't maintain the car properly. It's not getting the oil change. It's not getting the tire rotations, right? It's not getting the tune-ups. What's gonna happen? Eventually, it's gonna die on us, right? It's gonna stop working. The same thing with us. So me going to the counselor, me going to the therapist, me going to a pastor, to a friend, like that really got my best interest in mind. That's me doing the maintenance, man. That's me making sure I'm good. But you notice how it's not me staying by myself trying to get my thoughts together and trying to work through my problems on my own. It's not that. Again, hear what I'm saying, man. It's okay for us to sit down and have that solitude. It's okay for me to sit back and say, you know what, let me think on this for a minute. Let me try to figure something out. It's okay to do that. But it's not okay to stay right there. And that's what I'm saying. They say it takes a village to raise a child. I think it still takes a village, though, to keep a man. And so I'm asking you to think about your inner circle. Talk to me. Like, think about your inner circle, King, young King. Who is it, like, for real? If you got something real heavy on your heart, you got some pressing matters, who can you run to, man? And like, really, I'm talking about just get real vulnerable with. You putting all your stuff out there, man. Things that would be embarrassing for you to say, for you to admit. Who can you have that conversation with? And if you thinking in your head, man, ain't nobody. Houston, we got problems. Listen to me, man. Houston, we got problems. Because you should be able to have somebody that you can run to. I'm not gonna cap. Like, I was on the couch yesterday in my, at home in my living room, and all of a sudden, man, I just started feeling like, man, I miss my brother, man, one of my childhood best friends. I was like, man, I really miss him. Like, it's crazy, like how heavy he is on my heart right now. And then I started missing my little brother Quincy, and then I started missing my daddy. I started missing my papa. I'm like, man, like, where is this coming from? Like, this is crazy. But to me, it let me know that you just got to plug back in. Like, you just got to get back in with your tribe, man. That's it. And that tribe isn't here. The ones that you were used to being able to open up to and to just get stuff off your chest with. If they're not there, then find your new one. Like, find your whole nother pack, man. I want to share another one with you real quick, and then I'm gonna break down this particular point that I want to make, and then we're gonna get up out of here, man. But this quote right here, it says, "The lone wolf is stronger than the pack, and so it survives." No, it just doesn't make sense to me, man. Like, it doesn't. The lone wolf isn't stronger than the pack. But this is the one I really want you to hear. It says, "The death of a father wolf can severely impact the pack." This is why we talking, man. It's Men's Mental Health Month, Mental Health Awareness Month, and I want us to really talk about it. So, the death of the father wolf can severely impact the pack, leading to starvation for pups and the collapse of social structure, ultimately threatening the survival of the family. So you think it's about you. You like, nah, I ain't trying to get no help. Like, I'm good, man. I'm good on that. But what you don't realize is, as you begin to self-destruct, now what you're doing is causing your family to begin to collapse. That part. What's happening, I don't care if you are a young father. And when I say young, I'm saying you just getting into the fatherhood game. I'm not saying that you're necessarily like maybe in your 20s or maybe you know what I'm saying, a teenage father. I'm not saying that as in young. I'm saying you're just now stepping into fatherhood. So you could have a 15-year-old child, but that first 15 years, you wasn't involved. Like you just now coming around when they're 15 years old. You still a young father. And I want you to hear what I'm saying. I'm saying inexperienced father. So I don't care if you're an inexperienced father, if you are a vet, in this fatherhood game. I need you to understand that your well-being doesn't just affect you, your well-being affects your family. And if you get to the point where you begin to really crash out, what happens is that your family is on the verge of collapse. And then if y'all heard my story, man, when my dad ended up being murdered that night, he left behind 2 sons, me and my little brother. Like we witnessed that, but then we had to carry the burden of not having a father in our lives. And so we were on the verge of collapsing because dad wasn't there. And so I'm saying to you, King, like prioritize your well-being. And one of the best ways to prioritize your well-being is to make sure that you're tapped into a community that really cares for you, a community that's really going to build you up, a community that's going to hold you up when you need to be held up, a community that's going to take that 2-ton load that you got and say, you know what, let me get some of that. I got you. I mean, I even go back, like I go back to the story of Jesus Christ, like when he was being sent off to get crucified, they had him carrying his own cross. And the cross wasn't no lightweight stuff. Like it was a heavy cross that they had him carrying. And as he was carrying that cross, what I realized was not only were they mocking him, not only were they like trying to embarrass him and ridiculing him and trying to shame him, but what happened was, as they were doing it, they were whipping him. They were whipping him not just with a regular whip, with the, what do they call it? I think the cat 9 tails or something like that is what they call it. But essentially, it's a whip that has these spikes at the end of it, right? It has this piece that has these spikes. So now when they whipped him and they pull that thing out, it's pulling chunks of his flesh out. They put a crown of thorns on his head. Listen to what I'm saying, man. And they still expected him to carry that cross. But it got to a point where Jesus like, man, listen, and he just dropped to his knees. He didn't really say nothing, but his action said, man, I can't carry this. So if Jesus, the Savior of the world, needs help carrying the cross, you got to understand, we definitely need help carrying ours. And that's what I'm saying, man. Like I need for you to begin to think about your inner circle for real. Like who's a part of your pack, man? And so when I thought about that, I said, all right, the reason my dad ended up going to an early grave, I believe, is because he was dealing with some heavy stuff and he was dealing it by himself as a lone wolf. That's the reason why he went to early grave. My daddy was isolating himself. He was tapping out. And if I can keep it all the way 100, what I realized also is that my dad had an addiction. Y'all ain't want to hear this, man, but this is Real Talk Tuesday. Like he had an addiction. He had a vice. It was his little secret thing that he would go to. And he would go there as if to try to survive. Right? Like I'm going to tap into this and maybe it's going to help relieve some pressure or it's going to relieve some stress. But it didn't, man. It had him hemmed up. It had him staying isolated, separated from the pack. And I'm saying for too many of us, man, we pull that same card. And now we picking up vices that's really being self-destructed or is really causing self-destruction. And that self-destruction is now leading to the collapsing of our family. We wondering, man, why the missus acting like that? Why she acting silly? Why she spazzing out like that? Like why she stressing like that? Why the kids doing what they doing? Why the kids in ISO? Like what we're not understanding is because we ain't in a good place. We're the foundation of our families. Now that we're not in a good place, that means now this whole house is beginning to tumble. It's beginning to collapse. And all I'm saying again, listen to me, young king, and listen to me, king. Whether you're a father, whether you're a father to be, it don't even really matter at this point. I'm saying tap into your pack. Tap into them. Again, this is Men's Mental Health Month, man, and I'm super honored to be able to be before you, man, and speak on this. Because there was a time, I'll be honest, there was a time where I felt like tapping. There's been many times, but there's a time when I came back from Iraq, man. I was like, man, I'm done. Like I'm done. Like I've been over there in wartime, situations. But I come back home and home is a wreck. I'm like, I'm done. And I wanted to tap. And I'm telling you, man, don't do it. Don't do it. But the best way not to tap is to plug in. So with all that being said, I'm gonna give you this affirmation. And then I'm gonna present something to you. It's on y'all, man. Like if you want to do it, cool. If you don't, that's cool. You ain't got to tap in with me necessarily, but I really hope you do, because we got something special that we got lined up for you. But I want you just to repeat after me. This is your affirmation, man. This is your affirmation. I'm gonna keep it real simple for you. All right. So and matter of fact, you can either record this or you can write it down. And this is short but sweet. All right. So the affirmation goes like this. It goes like this. I'm pulling it up for you. Hold on. All right, here it is. I am not weak, just disconnected. Repeat that again. I am not weak. I'm just disconnected. The lone wolf will eventually starve if he doesn't find his pack. Today, I'm prioritizing me by connecting to my brothers. That's it. That's it, man. Like, I'm not even gonna try to do no whole Dr. Seuss rhyming or nothing, man. I just want you to take that part right there. Because sometimes it's not a matter of trying to make things rhyme. It's just a matter of us saying, you know what? I'm speaking truth to myself, and the truth that I'm speaking is something that I need to hear. And so again, I'm not weak, I'm just disconnected. Like, say that with your chest, man. Anytime you feeling like, man, I don't know, like maybe I'm not cut out for this thing. You're not weak. Like, stop believing that lie that the enemy's putting in your head. You're not weak. You're just disconnected. And if you take a branch off of a tree and you just snap that joker, you're gonna see that branch begin to wither. It appears to be weak, but if you can somehow, before it's too late, get that thing reconnected to the tree, to the source. Your pack is that source. Well, God first is your source. The pack is your resource. But if you can just get plugged back into that tree, you'll find yourself now be revitalized. You find yourself now being re-strengthened, right? You find yourself now being reinvigorated, right? You'll find yourself in a place where, man, you know what? I got my second win. Let's go. So you're not weak. You just disconnected. And for that lone wolf, he is going to eventually starve, because he's going to come up against something that he can't fight off by himself. He just can't do it. So he's going to starve if he doesn't find his pack. And I'm telling you to find your pack. All right. But don't wait until tomorrow. Don't wait until next year or wait until the next vacation you get, man. Start right now. Find that pack. The thing I want to give you, speaking of pack, man, I've really been thinking, I'm like, man, what can we do for these young kings? What can we do for the kings is really going to help them? So what we're starting is a whole community, man, where you can come in, you can get some inspiration. You can come in, you can get some advice. You can come in, you can dish that stuff out to other kings and other young kings, right? But we're starting our community, man, where we're building this brotherhood, and it don't cost a thing. The only thing you got to do is tap into our community. We're going to be on Facebook. And all you gotta do is just tap in, man. So I'm gonna make sure I put that link in there for all those that are, better yet, for all those that are interested. Just drop a comment, say community. That's all I need you to put in there, just community. All right. No, better yet, scratch it. Don't even say community, say pack. All right, because that's what we're doing, man. We making sure that we got a pack that we're forming. So I want you to put pack in the comments, and I'll make sure I get that information over to you. But with all that being said, listen to me. You are a winner. I can't say that enough, man. You're not weak. You're not weak. You are a winner, but winning is a choice. So whatever you do, make sure you don't quit. All right. Do not quit. This is Coach D. I'm out of here, man. Catch us next Tuesday, same time, same YouTube channel.